Hey Red Raiders, what's up? How are y'all doing? I hope everything is okay with you guys. I hope your summer vacation went great, and now that we're getting really close to classes starting again, I wanted to talk to you guys about living on campus and getting around on Texas Tech and on Lubbock without a car. So if you want to check out how to do that, keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about when it comes to being without a car on campus is that you shouldn't worry at all. Like, I met several people who were like me, who like had a driver's license, who drove when they were home, but for whatever reasons, like they weren't able to drive on campus. They didn't have a car on campus. If you don't have a license, like, you shouldn't worry about that either. I have friends who don't have license. I met several people at Tech who also didn't have driver's license, so you shouldn't worry about that. I know it can be a little scary. I know you can feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be the only person without a car on campus. I'm going to be the only person who can drive in college. But trust me, there are tons of different people at Tech, and there are tons of people who don't drive. Okay, so the first category that I wanted to talk about getting around Tech without a car was on campus. So I find Tech a pretty walkable campus. Like, if I'm not mistaken, it's second biggest like continuous campus on the whole of United States. And when I heard about that, I was worried. I was like, how am I supposed to like get around like such a big campus? But trust me, it's pretty walkable. Like, the furthest place that I ever had to go from my dorm, it was the rep, and it was like a 20-minute walk for me. But most of the time, I either did that walk with like my friends in my building, or like I remember like getting out from my building and then like collecting friends along the way. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot, on the topic of Tech being a walkable campus, I live in Nepal, so I was right behind University Avenue, and University Avenue is one of the avenues that's like behind Tech in a sense, like really close to Tech. I'll see if I can find a picture and like put it up here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, it would be one of the universities that like kind of circles campus on the outside, and it has like a ton of things to do. Like, I lived in Nap, like I said, and right across the street was CVS, so if I needed any kind of medicine or something like that, I would literally just cross the street and I would be at CVS, which was like so convenient for me. And then the further away, like the further along you went into University Avenue, like across the street from Tech, there were a bunch of restaurants or tons of like stores that sell stuff like Tech knickknacks, gifts, stuff like that. And then there's like a Papa John's, there's a Brahms right across the street from Tech. I was 10 minutes away from Brahms, and me and my friends definitely spent a lot of time at Brahms. Like, you can literally just cross the street and go to Papa John's, Whataburger, Chipotle. A bunch of those restaurants are in University Avenue. They're really good. And if you want to dine out, if you want to go get out of campus and do something different, you can just cross the street and go to University Avenue. You can walk to a lot of places on Texas Tech. Like, that's something that I found great about the university, is the amount of places you can get just by walking. Like, you can walk to classes, you can walk to like Urbanovsky Park, which is super fun to do on the weekends when you need to like go and touch some grass. You can go to the park. Second point of this video, which is the on-campus buses. So if you don't know, like, Tech is a walkable campus, but they also have a bus system. One went clockwise and the other one anti-clockwise, and they circled campus. So even if you have a class that's like really far away from you, or you have to go to a place that's far away from you, or even if you're just really tired that day, you can just take the bus and the bus will take you to where you need to be. Like, it doesn't get inside the campus, it like circles on the outskirts of campus, but you can like stop at the closest place to where you need to be, and I promise you it'll be probably like a 2-minute walk, maybe a 5-minute walk to where you need to be. So like, The buses are pretty good and they're pretty efficient to get to where you want to be. And let me tell you something, I took the bus a lot of times when it was winter, like when it was so cold. So I took the buses on those days to get to class. Okay, that takes me to the third point of this video. So Tech also has a bus system for people who live off campus. I personally don't have a lot of experience with those. I probably will have more experience with them when this semester because I'm moving off campus. But like, I remember taking the off-campus bus to go to Walmart because it was like, it stopped right across the street from home. So I only had to like cross the street to go to the supermarket. So when I was in a pinch, I would take that bus. Oh, and that also reminds me, and the off-campus buses and the on-campus buses, they stop at the bus stop every 5 minutes. So like, they're constantly going around. So it's really good. If you get to the bus stop and your bus just left, I think that happened quite a lot with me because I always forgot to check the time that the bus was supposed to leave. But anyways, I would get to the bus stop, the bus would have just left, and I would be standing on the bus stop for like 5 minutes and the next bus would come. So like, they're pretty quick, they're pretty efficient. Just be sure that when you're selecting your off-campus apartment, if you want to go off campus and it's like far from campus, like it's not walkable. Personally, I'm in an off-campus apartment that's right across the street from Tech. So, but if you want to go off campus and it's not walkable to Tech, make sure that there's like a bus line, a bus stop that would be next to your apartment, in front of your apartment, that would be able to take you to Tech. And the fourth way to get around would be with the off-campus bus. So there are two buses that they take you off campus and they stop on campus. So like, it's not the off-campus bus for the students living off campus, it's like a Lubbock bus. So it's not like a Tech bus. And a really good thing about them is that they're free for Tech students. So you just have to like get on the bus, show them your ID, and they will let you in for free. And like, those buses, they take you to most places that you need to be. Like, I took those buses a lot of times. Like, I would go to Market Street, which is also a supermarket that's like a really good in Lubbock, at least I think it's good. Would be able to go to Walmart, Ross, Target. You can go by bus, but it's kind of far. But anyways, you can go to a lot of places by bus. Like, you don't need to like call Uber or something like that. You can just take the bus and you go. And those buses, they pass on campus every hour. So there were like 2 bus stops, one on this side of the street, one on the other side of the street. And then one would pass on one and go to one side of Lubbock, the other would pass on another one and go to the other side of Lubbock. And the fun way that I got around campus without a bus was with my friends that got cars. Shout out to all of you guys, all of my friends that like gave me rides. You guys know who you are and I'm super grateful, so thank you so much. A shout out to you. So yeah, I had some friends that had cars and they would take me places with them or places that I needed to be. Like, I had a friend who would give me rides to the supermarket. I know I said I went to the supermarket by bus, and I did. Like, those were the 2 ways that I got to the supermarket, either by bus or my friends would take me, which is like super kind and thoughtful of them. But yeah, I have friends who were willing to like give me a ride to where I needed to be, or would take me like with them when they went off campus, like eating. Like, I dined a lot off campus with my friends, and then we would like drive aimlessly through Lubbock, which was like super fun. Like, we got to talk, we listened to music, and just drove around. It's one of the best college memories that I have with friends of mine. Like, we like to go shopping together, so we would go to like Target. She would give me a ride to Target, and there's a Ross right next to Target, and a Route 21 and a crumble cookie. So we would just like have a day trip there, and then we would have a ton of fun because we were together and we were like out of campus and doing like different activities than our day-to-day. Okay guys, that was it. I really hope you guys enjoyed listening to my experiences of being without a car. during my freshman year in Lubbock. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.